Hello again, everyone, and welcome back again for another video. So for today's build, we're actually not really doing a build. I'm actually doing an upgrade for someone, and I'm kind of a revamp for them. If you were watching my channel here and you went and seen this one that said Mike O CPU GPU RAM test with the Ryzen 2700X RTX 3070 Ti 8 gigs of RAM. This is the computer we're going to be working on today. It's this one right here. Um, Now, he originally did have 32 gigs of RAM in this, but the RAM was unstable. It was some Corsair 3600 RAM, and it just would not run stable no matter what kind of timings and what kind of settings you would put on it. So that's actually why I put the 8 gigs in there. It was some of my house memory here that I was testing for him, just to make sure that it was the RAM that was being unstable. But anyways, so we got that taken care of. I got some new RAM in this form. You can see it right there. It's actually some G-Skill stuff. I did change the processor already, so there's no need to cover that. What we're going to cover today is redoing this case here a little bit here. It kind of a mediocre. He did the build himself. It was his first time doing it. A couple of mistakes were made. Nothing major, nothing that anybody's going to care about, really. But I told him, I'll just give it the once over here and fix some of this for him. And then add some accessories that he wanted to add in there. He wasn't sure how to do that. And so that's what we're going to do today. So let's give this kind of an examination here. Let's take my light over here. You can see some of the stuff I need to do. Let me lower this. Starting at the bottom here, you can see some of the wires are kind of sticking out there. It looks a little sloppy. I'm going to fix that. Basically, I'm going to rewire the whole thing. Looking at his fans, he's got some deep, cool CF120s in here, and I love CF120s typically. I would imagine these probably came with this case. They're a little dirty here from dust and what have you, but I'm gonna pull those out. I don't like how, looking down here, you can see we got like three PWM things open right there on the board, plus whatever else. I haven't looked on the board too much to see, but so we can do some PWM here on the board. There it is. I'm sorry, my hand was blocking it. Uh, we could do some PWM here on the fans and connect them up properly. Right now, they're connected up to a fan hub. The AIO, it's mounted okay, but I noticed the top screws are not the screws that go with the AIO. But that's all right. We'll fix that. No big deal. But anyways, let me cut this scene here. I'm gonna take this motherboard, AIO fans, all this. I'm gonna gut this case out, and well, let's get started here with what I'm gonna do to this thing. Okay, so I got a couple of the modifications that I wanted to do done on this. Looking right here, you can see that I did a vinyl wrap right here on this side. I got to get my heat gun out and put that down there a little bit better, but that's gonna come into play here a little bit later on. You'll see when I do the rest of the stuff in here. Another thing I did is looking down here. You can see, look, my light down in there, that all the fans in the front here and this fan, I added this fan, uh, are now on a PWM chain. Not chain, but PWM separately, so that each one can be controlled individually, of course, through the motherboard instead of using a fan hub, which is a lot better to me. I also took the wiring for the front audio and the USB and the front I/O connector, or yeah, front panel connectors, and I tucked them under like I usually do, put them back in there, so that's more of a cleaner look going on right there. Moving into the back here, let me flip this up here, flip this around so you can see this. Did a little bit of work on it back here, still ways to go. This is my RGB. We'll isolate that out of the way, but I did get the fan wires for the front and for the back there tied down with the tie straps. Um, Sort of tied down. I'm starting to do it anyways. Um, tied down out of the way. Then the cables for the audio and the USB are also tied down. Everything's tied back there, so that looks a little bit cleaner in the back there. Quite a bit to go with that. And then down here, we'll get my light down here so you can see this. Tip my camera angle a little bit. There we go. You can see I put a RGB strip around the perimeter there on the inside. Excuse me, glued it down with the glue gun. That's ready to go. So that's that part for now. Looking pretty good so far. This is going to be a pretty neat little thing when I'm done. You're going to have to get a kick out of this screen I'm going to put in here, but just a second here, we unwind that. But yeah, so I am progressing there, so I'm going to cut this scene, keep working on this, and we'll come back when I progress some more. All right, progressing along here, the cable extensions are now in, the power supply is in, and I put this screen in right below the AIO. This is a formula mod screen for looking at like statistics and stuff like that. I guess he had got this a couple years ago. Couldn't figure out how to put it in, and he asked me if I could put it in for him, and I was like, yeah, I could do that for you. So that looks pretty good. I centered it right there on the AIO, and right in between there, it's looking really nice. Let me back up there so you can see that so far, what the screen's going to look like, and then you can, of course, see the colors popping out from the vinyl wrap that's in there, and that's before the RGB is even hooked up or anything like that. Still a while to go here on this here. I got to do all the RGB. I got to hook up the fans and stuff for the AIO, but it's getting there. Let me cut this scene here. I'm going to work on this some more, and we'll progress. All right, so our build is done, and it's looking beautiful. Let me go ahead and show you the stats on this before we show you the final reveal. We'll go ahead and go into Task Manager here. And under CPU, this is now, it was a 2700X. It is now running an AMD Ryzen 7 5700X 3D. Memory, we are running 32 gigs of PC 3200 RAM in here. I'm using some G-Skill stuff in here. We actually have 3 drives in here. Disk 0 is the hard drive, backup drive. That's a Seagate 7200 RPM drive. Disk 1, which is the C drive, is a Samsung SSD. It's a 990 EVO, 2 terabyte as well. And the secondary SSD is an XPG Spectrix S40G, also 2 terabytes. So we got a total of 6 terabytes of space in here. And then moving on to the GPU, our GPU, as you can see, is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Ti. Pretty decent specs for this system here. All right, so let's take a look. Starting out first, we'll take a look at the drive speed differences here. On the Samsung drive, the 990, it's getting a read of 5080 and a write of 3744. On the XPG Spectrix, we're getting 3287 read with a 2261. And on the slow-ass hard drive, we're getting a 223 read and a 205 write. Let's see, looking at Unigine Heaven on this, we scored 377 frames a second with a max of 628.5. Pretty good. Let's see here. Under Cinebench, we'll open that up real fast here. Cinebench, we scored 12,846 in the multi-core. Single core, we scored a 1,354. Is that all the benches? Yes, it is. This was actually a pretty alright build to do. I mean, well, it really wasn't a build. It was more of a revamp. I didn't build it. I actually unbuilt it first, tore it all apart, and then did my work on it, put it back together, did a couple tweaks for him on it, and boom, there it is. So let me take my camera here, 1 second, adjust that up, and let me switch this off oops, I gotta switch my keyboard here. switch it off the capture card here, and we'll go to the 4K cam so you can see this build. Let me back it up here a little bit so you can have a look at that there. Love that screen. This is the Formula Mod 8.8-inch screen here that I put on this for him. I guess he's had it for a while. He didn't know how to hook it up. And I was like, yeah, I can hook that up. And that was actually pretty cool. The only thing that sucked is you have to manually edit the templates for it to get it to look right. There's like some default ones that you can get from Formula Mod that you can download from like a Google Drive thing or whatever that I installed in there. But a lot of it was like in a different language and the characters were all mixed up. So I had to go back in there and redo a bunch of that. Let me turn this here a little bit so we can see it this way. Yeah, looking really, really nice here. And the nice thing about the Matrix 55 is, I used to have one myself. That was, used to be my main PC is the Matrix 55 until I switched to the Fantex case. And then my son, of course, he also uses a Matrix 55. So like this was just so simple to work with. Like, oh, I've done this one a bunch of times. Not a problem at all. But anyways, turning it this way, you can see the work that I did on this here. You can see the RGB, I did the usual effect with the holographic vinyl wrap here in the window here for the power supply. Give that a nice cool effect with an RGB strip. And then the holographic stuff in the back there too, which will kind of bend the light here. That's on the 3 fans on the front there. And plus there's also RGB on that plate for that Formula Mod display too. That looks pretty decent too. So powerful computer with the components, plus it looks good on the outside. I think Michael's going to be really happy with this when I give it back to him here. I sent him a couple pictures and he was just kind of like, wow, it doesn't even look like the same computer. And I was like, well, it is what it is. But the main reason he had me doing this is actually he had some crashing going on. He's trying to play Fortnite and it just wasn't working, and it would start doing updates on Fortnite like every time, and it was doing that for me too. I'm like, what the hell? But we traced back to the memory. I changed the memory modules out. This thing is rock solid stable now. And so now we're going to get some pretty decent frames in Fortnite, and I'll show you that here in just a little bit. But yeah, looks good. Looks good. All right, so tell you what, let's cut this scene here, and let's play a little bit of Fortnite on this. Alrighty, and away we go. 1 second here. Let me make sure everything's working. Alright, so starting out here, we'll check our settings before we get things going here. Graphics quality settings is set to low right now. That's how we're going to start out. We'll do low, medium, high, and epic, of course. I'll reset the meter once the game gets going here, and we hit the ground. Now we can see, let me reset it right here and see what we're getting in the lobby. Oh, at 270 some frames a second there in the lobby. Nice. A lot better than what it was with that 2700X. I mean, it's really apparent now how much that 2700X was just really, really slower than what we're getting here. Okay, let me. Oops. Center of the map. All right, going into our dive. And like I said, I will reset the meter once we hit the ground for our 1% lows and what have you. Give this a fair assessment. Oh, where to land, where to land. Oh, right here's good. Alright, reset. There we go. Oh, let's find a weapon. take that instead. And then that. No, wait a minute. Put that over there. Take that. There we go. That's better. Like that a little bit better. Okay, let's see. So averaging 283, looks like. Let's go ahead and switch it to medium. And reset our meter. And get the hell out of here. Wait a minute here. Let me figure out which way I'm going here. $226 average. So much more decent than, I mean, with that 2700X, one thing that I noticed was actually a little bit of stuttering. It wasn't too horrible with the stuttering, but it was one of those things that you could kind of notice as you're playing. You probably couldn't see it on the screen, I would imagine, but you could kind of feel it in the gameplay when you're moving around. Not getting that now, it's definitely a lot smoother, in addition to, you know, a lot faster frames than what we had. And nobody has bumped into me. What's up with that? Huh. Alright, well, let's go hide in these bushes here. Duck down for a minute. We'll go back in here. Let's crank it up to high. Click apply. Go back. Reset our meter. Still pulling over 200 frames a second. Well, 194, close to 200, and that's with high. Our 1% lows are a little... Let's reset that just to give it the benefit of the doubt. You know, and I don't see even any firing or nothing going on around me. It's like I'm a ghost or something. I'd rather have something where there's a little more action going on than just straight up running, because that really doesn't stress it too much when you're just doing the running around doing nothing. Get a little bit of action there going, or some different buildings and stuff. Ooh! Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Why did I do that? I'm such an idiot. Okay. Oh. Gotta find somebody to fight here. I see that gunshot. There he is. Oh, shit! I didn't even get a chance to test Epic yet, and I got my ass blown away. That's all right. We'll just start another round, and we'll start that in Epic. let me pause this here until the round starts. 1 second. Okay. Anyways, let's thank the bus driver and take a jump. Now I'm still on high at the moment. When I land here, I'll reset and go to Epic. Okay, let's see here. Graphics quality, Epic. Apply. There we go. And reset our meter. And let me mark my spot on the map. Averaging 144 on Epic. So that's decent too. Really decent. That was actually better than that 7600 that I tested with that 7600 XT. Let's see here. I see you. You doing? Running from me? Where'd that dude go? There he is. Need to reload that shotgun. There we go. Over here. There we go. Yeah, we'll take the gatekeeper. Oh, Ranger pistol. Do I want one? Sure. You know, I'm going to end up losing this game anyway, so. I suck. I don't think I've won a round of Fortnite in probably over a month. It's been quite a while. I just really haven't played that often as of late. It's just been so much busy, too busy with other stuff to even bother. But anyway, so yeah, 141 is what we've been maintaining here. Our 1% lows, as you can see, it's 80 frames a second. That's acceptable to me. In my opinion, if it falls below 60 frames a second on the 1% lows, It's probably something you might want to bitch about, but if it's over 60, to me, that's decent enough. I don't care who you are, it's decent enough. You know, unless you want to go spend some major money on it. But for what he's invested in this, this is actually really, really nice. And again, I need to find someone to shoot at. Nobody around. Ah, I hear someone. Where are they at? There they are. Let's see, what'd that other guy drop? Nothing good. Reload. Ooh. I'll definitely take that. Nah, nothing there. 40. You know, I'm trying to find a fight so I can hurry up and end this game, this game here, and end this video. Cactus. Need to find a couple more of those cacti. There we go. Now we're at 100%. Now all I gotta do is find a fight. There's someone. There'll be somebody up here looking for that. Nobody's here yet. Am I the first one? Unbelievable. Oh, do we want the flight kit? No, combat kit. I don't really like the combat kit. Flight kit's not too bad. You know what? We'll leave that. We'll wait for someone to... here comes someone. Make sure we're reloaded here before he gets here. There he is. He's coming up to see me. Someone else comes up to see me. Here we go. Who is he shooting at? Huh. I don't know. No, I'd actually like to be playing this, why I'm testing these FPS and actually win a game. Highly doubt that's going to happen. Usually what I'll do is I'll just play until I die, and then we'll call that good on the video. But I'm actually doing pretty good here so far. What do I got? 7 kills? That's not bad. Yeah, we'll go to the Nitro Dome. There'll be somebody there. Should be. What a piss poor shot. I mean, I'm right there like fucking reloading there. You see that? I'm reloading, literally, with 2 people there, and I got them both. What the fuck? Where's that dude at? Shooting at me. Here he is. Unfucking believable. I tell you what, I'm either the luckiest motherfucker in the world. I'm just playing against some really, really shitty people today. Well, here comes somebody with that's got one of the medallions. See me if I can run into him and kill his ass. Go for that pit, are you? I bet he is. I bet he is. He down in there? Oh, we'll take that. Take that. Ooh, Sovereign. Take that. Take that. Take that. And sure, why not? I'll stock up on some gold while I'm waiting, see if maybe someone will come down there and start a fight with me. You know what? Let's just go with what we got here. I just want to fight. I see you, dude. Load that. Load that. You know what? Let's go this way. Let's go hit that tower up there. See if there's anybody up there. Oh, somebody coming after me. Ah, got me. Oh, at least I got 10. All right, guys, finished up. 137 frames a second. Max of 174. Nice. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Sorry it took longer than usual. I had to play me some Fortnite. 1 second here. Let's return to the lobby. Get rid of all that noise there that's coming in. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this build, or upgrade, I guess I should say. Hopefully Michael's happy with this. It was pretty fun to do for him. I got something else coming up. It's going to be a while before I get to it because I got all kinds of other stuff to do. But I don't know what more to say. I don't know. I should probably go eat something here. I wanted to get this finished up when I got home. And but I got other shit to be doing too. But all right, guys, I'll talk to you later. I will see you in the next one when, whenever the next one comes out. Guess that's all there is to say about that. Hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you again. Bye-bye.